Hello and welcome to Tuesday. Now, by the time this is going to come out, well, something big is happening in the whole gaming universe. A couple weeks ago, we got an announcement for a game that many people didn't even think was ever going to come out. The biggest news happened when it was like April 2nd, I believe, when the Nintendo Switch 2 news kind of dropped. And we got a glimpse of a game coming out, well, on Thursday. That game would be Hollow Knight Silksong. I have. Oh, okay. I have not been that invested in Hollow Knight. It's one of those games that's always been on my radar. It's just, oh, I'll play this eventually. I'll get around to it. And I started playing it. I think the day the game announcement, like the day it was coming out, I started playing it that day. Um, and it's good. It's a 2D side scroller Metroidvania kind of game, but it feels very kind of Dark Souls coded in a way. It's very simple, but it's widely beloved, and it's one of those indie sweetheart games that has been around for something like 8 years now, I think. And it's just one of those games that everybody praises so much, and it got a bunch of not even DLC. The developers just added more and more to the base game, and it sold millions upon millions of copies. But then, they were like, okay, well, we're gonna officially launch a DLC at one point, or instead of just like a free update or whatever. And that project became too ambitious, so the devs decided to just make a new game, and that game ended up being Silksong. But it's been not even in development hell. It's just been, oh, they've been having too much fun developing this game. So because of that, we're just gonna keep making it, keep adding it to it until we feel like it's at a point where where it's ready. And apparently, it's gonna be ready on Thursday. I'm releasing this on when like a day hours before it's supposed to be coming out, right? Uh, and I've been enjoying the original. It's a fun game. When I have time, I'll put a couple hours in, and it's really solid. You again, it's a Metroidvania, so I just unlocked a power up that allows me to kind of progress a certain. Well, no, I got one power up and then I got another power up, so it's just, oh, I have these two power ups that will allow me to do so much more. Now, can I use them in many meaningful ways? And we're getting to that point where, yeah, I can, but it's just okay. Once you get this power up, let's backtrack through the entirety of the game to see if we can use this anywhere, because you forget, like you have ideas of like, oh, I can use this here, but you don't remember where exactly here is. It's in this one section of the map, but you don't know where exactly, because again, I've been playing kind of infrequently, which is the problem with games like this, but it's how it rolls. It's been enjoyable for sure, but I definitely, culture is going to change very much starting Thursday, right? This big, like, there's never been a more hotly anticipated indie release. There are indie games that kind of blew up, a little bit later, but there's never been something that's been like this hotly anticipated for this long, right? We've had Hades 2, but I think when that was announced, like, it was a very short gap between that. This one has been building for years and years. It's like 6 years of since it's been announced, and no real big news up until how long. But it's huge for an indie studio like this, and I can only imagine that it's just gonna do numbers, and it's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be really fun just to be a part of this. And I'll try to beat the original, and we'll see how well that goes, and maybe I get to play the second one in a somewhat meaningful time frame, but we'll see how that goes. For now, that's what I'm gonna call it for today. It is the end of a, oh god, it's probably the most hyped up indie game of all time. And I'm excited to see how pop culture shifts and change because of this one release, because it's gonna change some things for sure. Okay, that's about it for now, so thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow, and until then,